Good morning, students of class 3. Students, I'm sure all of you are happy and healthy. Students, in my last video, I had completed exercise B and C of comprehension and had started with frame sentences of lesson 6, Jack discovers a new land. Now, children, today I'm going to continue with the remaining words of frame sentences and the other exercises of lesson 6, Jack discovers a new land. So all of you, please take out your English notebooks and your Wordsworth English Reader book. Turn the page to page number 55 as I'll be continuing with lesson 6, Jack discovers a new land. Students, please take out your English notebooks and your Wordsworth English Reader book. Turn the page to page number 55 as I'll be continuing with the exercises of lesson 6, Jack discovers a new land. Student, first of all, I'm going to revise all the question and answers of exercise B, then C, and then I'm going to continue with frame sentences. So please listen to me carefully. Tell your answers from the notebook as I revise exercise B. That is, think and answer the following question. The first question. What did Jack see when he climbed up the beanstalk? Answer 1. When Jack climbed up the beanstalk, he saw a huge lady standing at the door of a great castle. Answer 1. When Jack climbed up the beanstalk, he saw a huge lady standing at the door of a great castle. Question 2. What did the giant say when he entered his castle? Answer. When the giant entered his castle, he said that he smelled the blood of a young one. He wanted to grind the bones of the young one to make his bread. Again, answer 2, I'm repeating. When the giant entered his castle, he said that he smelled the blood of a young one. He wanted to grind the bones of the young one to make his bread. Question 3. How did the giant's wife save Jack? Answer 3. The giant's wife saved Jack by saying that the giant was mistaken. It was the smell of the ox hide and not of a young one. Answer. The giant's wife saved Jack by saying that the giant was mistaken. It was the smell of the ox hide and not of a young one. Question 4. How did Jack get away from the giant? The answer is, Jack got away from the giant by running out of the kitchen door and climbing down the beanstalk. As soon as he reached the ground, he chopped the beanstalk. The giant chased him and fell on the ground and died. Again, I'm repeating answer 4. Jack got away from the giant by running out of the kitchen door and climbing down the beanstalk. As soon as he reached the ground, he chopped the beanstalk. The giant chased him and fell on the ground on the ground and died. Now question 5. Which words will you use to describe Jack? Answer is, Jack was a young, clever, adventurous and prompt boy. Question 5. Which words will you use to describe Jack? The answer is, Jack was a young, clever, adventurous and prompt boy. Now, let's revise exercise C, that is the opposites. The first word is narrow and the opposite is broad. Narrow, broad, broad, narrow. The second word is tiny and the opposite is huge. So tiny, huge, huge, tiny. Then the third word is quiet and the opposite is loud. So quiet, loud, loud, quiet. The fourth word is full and the opposite is empty. So full, empty, empty, full. Then the fifth word is spread and the opposite is gather. So spread, gather, gather, spread. Now, frame sentences. In my last video, I had used 3 words for sentences. First, I'm going to revise those 3 sentences and then I'm going to continue with the 4th one. The first word was castle. Castle means palace. And our sentence was, the king and the queen lived in the castle. The king and the queen lived in the castle. Then the second word was road. Road means shouted loudly. And the sentence was, the lion roared to warn the hyenas to keep away. The lion roared to warn the hyenas to keep away. Then the third word, grind. And grind means crush into small pieces. And the sentence is, the wheat will grind down into flour. The wheat will grind down into flour. Now, the fourth word is wonder. And what do you mean by wonder? Wonder means surprise. Wonder, surprise. And our sentence is, she looked up at the football player She looked up at the football player with great surprise. Sorry, with great wonder. The sentence is, she looked up at the football player with great wonder. Wonder means surprise. And please don't forget to draw a parting line neatly using a scale and pencil after each sentence. And try to draw the line on the line itself. So our sentence is, she looked up at the football player with great wonder. Then, the next word for make sentence is fetch. And fetch means to bring. कोई भी चीज लेके आना, है ना? बोलते हैं ना, go and fetch a glass of water for me. So, now, I have made a little bit different sentence. आपने कभी well देखा है ना? अब आपको मैं बताऊं, कभी कुएं से ऐसे आपने रोप से किसी को पानी खींचते हुए देखा है, स्पेशली इन दी विलेजेस? जो रस्सी से हम ऐसे पानी खींचते हैं उसको फेच, उसको भी हम फेच बोलते हैं, ठीक है? अभी आपको उसका मीनिंग भी पता होना चाहिए, तो मैंने ये सेंटेंस लिखा है, आई हैव टू फेच water from the well. I had to fetch water from the well. Fetch means to bring. पहले जमाने में नल वगैरह नहीं होते थे. We didn't have taps in our houses, no pipes, nothing. So people used to fetch water from the well. Clear? Then, fearful. The next word is fearful. And what do you mean by fearful? Scary. जिसको देख के डर लगे. So, fearful, scary. As a child, I was fearful of lizards. Lizards जानते हैं ना, छिपकलियां. सभी को डर लगता है, अभी भी डर लगता है. So as a child, I was fearful of lizard. This means कि जब मैं छोटा बेबी था तो मुझे छिपकलियों से डर लगता था. So as a child, I was fearful of lizards. Then, the next word is chopped. Chop means to cut into small pieces. So, आई एम श्योर आप सबने देखा होगा आपकी मदर्स चॉप करती वेजिटेबल्स बिफोर कुकिंग. सो लेट्स फ्रेम एन इजी सेंटेंस. आई चॉप्ड some tomatoes. I chopped some tomatoes. You can write the name of any vegetable. I chopped some onions. I chopped some potatoes. I chopped some cucumber depending upon you. Clear? Then the last word is terrible. The last word is terrible. And terrible means very bad, horrible. And our sentence is, I had a terrible dream last night. I had a terrible dream last night. So with this, we have finished our frame sentences. And I'm sure all of you have written these sentences neatly in your English notebook. Now let's revise, then I'll erase. The fourth word for make sentence is wonder. Wonder means surprise. And our sentence is, she looked up at the football player with great wonder. And children, please keep in mind, you need to always begin a sentence with capital letter and end with a full stop. So, she looked up at the football player with great wonder. Then the fifth one, fetch. Fetch means to bring. And our sentence is, I had to fetch water from the well. I had to fetch water from the well. Then, sixth one. Or you can also write, my grandmother had to fetch water from the well. सबकी नानी दादी है ना, उनके घरों में तो पहले बहुत साल पहले तो नल नहीं होते थे, तो वो कुएं से पानी भरते थे. तो आप आई की जगह you can write my grandmother, anything, right? So, sixth, fearful means scary. So as a child, I was fearful of lizards. As a child, I was fearful of lizards. Then the seventh one, chop. Chop means to cut into small pieces. Are the sentences, I chopped some tomatoes. I chopped some tomatoes. Then the eighth word is terrible. And the sentence is, I had a terrible dream last night. I had a terrible dream last night. Terrible means something very bad. Yeah? So with this we have finished our frame sentences. Now let's start with the language structure exercise. For that you all need to open your Wordsworth English Reader book to page number 56. Page number 56. Okay. Now the first exercise is based on masculine and feminine. अब ये masculine feminine क्या होता है? All of you know, सबको पता है ना? If you look at yourself, you know that whether you are a boy or a girl, है ना? आप अपनी मम्मी को देख के, पापा को देख के, टीचर को देख के बता सकते हो कि ये मेल है कि फीमेल. So जो वर्ड डिसाइड करता है कि कौन बॉय है, कौन गर्ल है, तो कौन बॉयज मेल है, गर्ल्स फीमेल है ना? सर मेल है, मैडम फीमेल है, ये सबको पता है ना? तो ये जो मेल फीमेल ये जेंडर है. और अभी जो हम पढ़ेंगे बेटा, दैट इज मैस्कुलिन जेंडर एंड फेमिनिन जेंडर, है ना? मैस्कुलिन जेंडर ये सारे मेल्स, है ना? जैसे आपने पढ़ा है लायन, लाइनस, टाइगर, टाइग्रेस, है ना? गैंडर, गूज, आपने पढ़ा है ना? रूस्टर, हैन. तो हम मेल बोल रहे हैं, फीमेल, है ना? सर, मैडम, लैंडलॉर्ड, लैंडलेडी. तो कुछ वर्ड्स मेल को डिनोट करते हैं उनको मैस्कुलिन जेंडर बोलते हैं, और कुछ वर्ड्स जो फीमेल को डिनोट करते हैं उनको फेमिनिन जेंडर बोलते हैं। और जब हमारा ग्रामर का यूनिट आएगा जेंडर का तो हम उसमें और डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे। क्लियर? सो fill in the blanks to form the correct pair. Fill in the blanks to form the correct pairs. Clear? Okay. अब मैस्कुलिन मेल के लिए और फेमिनिन फीमेल के लिए। क्लियर? अब फर्स्ट दिया हुआ है मदर। ठीक है? This exercise has to be done in the book only. All of you do this exercise in the book itself. ठीक है? अब मदर का ऑपोजिट जेंडर क्या होगा? सबको पता है, मदर फादर। So write father. Mother, father. Father, mother, mother, father. And you need to learn the both way. अगर father आया है तो mother लिखना है, mother है तो father. Then the next second में blank दिया है. And you need, and the word given is princess. Okay, princess सबको पता है राजकुमारी, और princess का opposite पेयर क्या होगा? ऑपोजिट जेंडर प्रिंस। सो राइट PRINCE, प्रिंस। सो प्रिंस, प्रिंसेस, प्रिंसेस, प्रिंस, प्रिंस, प्रिंसेस, प्रिंसेस, प्रिंस। देन द थर्ड वर्ड इज टाइगर, और आपको टाइगर का ऑपोजिट जेंडर लिखना है। अब टाइगर की जो ऑपोजिट जेंडर है वो टाइग्रेस है, बट आप लोग मैक्सिमम लोग गलती करते हो स्पेलिंग लिखने में, सो यू नीड टू बी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट दी स्पेलिंग। अब देखो टाइगर की स्पेलिंग में TIGER है, बट जब हम टाइग्रेस लिखते हैं तो हम TIG उसके बाद E नहीं लगाते, ये आपको ध्यान रखना है। वी ड्रॉप द E एंड सिंपली राइट R. सो TIGRESS, टाइग्रेस। और बहुत सारे बच्चे यही मिस्टेक कर डालते हैं, वो क्या करते हैं जी के बाद ई भी लगा दें। तो आपको याद रखना है कि टाइग्रेस की स्पेलिंग में वी नीड टू ड्रॉप डाउन द ई एंड स्ट्रेट अवे आर लिखना है। टाइग्रेस में जो ई है वो आर के पहले नहीं, इट कम्स आफ्टर आर। सो टाइगर, टाइग्रेस। देन द फोर्थ वर्ड इज कॉक। कॉक का फेमिनिन जेंडर क्या है? hen. Cock, hen, hen, cock. Then the fifth one, dash, mare. Mare मतलब फीमेल हॉर्स, जिसको हम घोड़ी बोलते हैं। तो इंग्लिश में इसका ऑपोजिट जेंडर क्या हो जाएगा? हॉर्स। हॉर्स, मेयर, मेयर, हॉर्स। Then the sixth one is nephew. Nephew जानते हैं ना? Brother's son और sister's son is known as nephew. और nephew का जो opposite gender है that is niece. NIECE, niece. बहुत सारे बच्चे इसको गलत प्रोनाउंस करते हैं, है ना? So this is NIECE is pronounced as niece. Nephew, niece, niece, nephew. Clear? Then the next word is dash, और वर्ड दिया है आंट। बेटा आप लोग जो बार बार आंटी आंटी कहते हो ना, तो आंटी नाम का कोई इंग्लिश वर्ड है ही नहीं। एक्चुअली इट इज AUNT, aunt. AUNT is aunt. There is no such word as auntie in English language. And the opposite gender of aunt is uncle. Aunt, uncle. Then the eighth word, The last word. Dash and daughter. Daughter का opposite क्या होगा? Son. Son, daughter, daughter, son. So with this we have finished our exercise A. Let's revise. First, mother, father, father, mother. Second, prince, princess, princess, prince. Third, tiger, tigress, tigress, tiger. Fourth, cock, hen, hen, cock. Fifth, horse, mare, mare, horse. Sixth, nephew, niece, niece, nephew. Seventh, uncle, aunt, aunt, uncle. Eighth, son, daughter, daughter, son. Clear? I hope all of you have written this in your books, children. Now, I'm going to erase these and I'm going to start with the next exercise that is based on spellings. I know our spellings are very weak. We make a lot of mistakes. जब हम एग्जाम करते हैं तो हमारे मैक्सिमम मार्क्स स्पेलिंग्स में ही कट जाते हैं बिकॉज हम स्पेलिंग्स लर्न नहीं करते. वी ऑफन गेट कंफ्यूज्ड एंड वी राइट द इनकरेक्ट स्पेलिंग. So such kind of exercise will surely help you to improve your spellings. So again this exercise has to be done in the book itself. Exercise B. Correct the following spellings. Correct the following spellings and write them in the space provided. Okay, fine. अब देखो फर्स्ट जो वर्ड दिया है दैट इज लिसनिंग. जैसा हम बोलते हैं वैसा इसमें लिखा है बट ये इनकरेक्ट है. और लिसनिंग की जो करेक्ट स्पेलिंग है दैट इज LISTENING. लिसनिंग. लिसनिंग में टी साइलेंट होता है. ठीक है. सो द करेक्ट स्पेलिंग इज लिसनिंग. और अधिकतर बच्चे जैसा सुनते हैं वैसे लिख देते हैं तो ये ध्यान में रखना है कि लिसनिंग में टी साइलेंट होता है. क्लियर? देन अगेन द नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज FOLLOWED जो गलत है. दिस इज फॉलोड. एंड फॉलोड की स्पेलिंग में बेटा हमेशा डबल एल होता है. हमेशा डबल एल होता है. सो राइट FOLLOWED. तो आपको स्पेलिंग्स पूरी याद होनी चाहिए बेटा. ठीक है. सो LISTENING लिसनिंग नहीं होता. इट इज LISTNING. इन दिस टी इज साइलेंट. टी स्पेलिंग में है बट वी डोंट प्रोनाउंस इट. क्लियर? नाउ द नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज शाइनिंग. और ये शाइनिंग में डबल एन है विच इज इनकरेक्ट. द करेक्ट स्पेलिंग हैज गॉट ओनली सिंगल एन एंड दैट इज SHINING. शाइनिंग. SHINING. shining. Again this exercise has to be done in the book itself. Sorry. And you need to learn these correct spellings so that you don't make mistakes and you don't lose marks. Then ये तो बहुत common mistake है ना. I've seen big students, senior students committing this mistake. Grammar. Beta, grammar की spelling में there is no E. Grammar doesn't have any E in its spelling. Grammar की spelling में E होता ही नहीं है. And the spelling is G-R-A-M-M-A-R. आपको कैसे याद रखना है? There is no E in the spelling of grammar. अगर हमने grammar की spelling में E लिखा तो वो गलत हो जाएगा. तो ग्रामर में ई नहीं होता है. ये आप अभी क्लास 3 से ही बैठा लो दिमाग में अपने, ताकि आप आगे जाके गलती नहीं करो. बिकॉज बड़े बच्चे भी बहुत गलत लिखते हैं. उनको किसी ने चेक ही नहीं किया कि ग्रामर की स्पेलिंग में ई आता ही नहीं है ना. सो ग्रामर हैज नो ई. इट इज GRAMMAR. इस ए की जगह बहुत बच्चे ई लिखते हैं. So you need to keep in mind that there is no E in the spelling of grammar. Now, the next word is worried. Now, in this, worried में Y है. जबकि बेटा worried की spelling में Y तो आता ही नहीं है, I आता है. So the correct spelling is WORRRIED, worried. WORRRIED, worried. There is no Y in the spelling of worried. Then the next word is continue. Continue. And the correct spelling is, it is continue. And the correct spelling is CONTINUE, continue. CONTINUE, continue. Then the seventh word is column. COLUM यहाँ लिखा हुआ है, जो incorrect है. Correct spelling is COLUMN, column. Column की spelling में क्या आता है? N में N आता है. Clear? COLOUMN. This is incorrect. N आता है जो silent रहता है. And the next spelling is panic. हड़बड़ा जाना, घबरा जाना. और पैनिक की स्पेलिंग में बेटा के नहीं आता है, सी आता है. PANIC. Clear? So you need to learn these correct spellings. Incorrect spelling दिए हैं, उनको आपको ठीक करना है. So let's revise the correct spelling. The first word is listening. And what is the correct spelling? LISTENING, listening. In this, T is silent. T has spelling में, but we do not pronounce the word. So LISTENING is listening. Then the second spelling is followed. That is FOLLOWED. FOLLOWED, followed. Then the third spelling is of shining, and shining is got single N. SHINING, shining. Then the most important spelling, जिसमें maximum बच्चे mistake करते, that is grammar. Remember, there is no E in the spelling of grammar. And the spelling of grammar is GRAMMAR. GRAMMAR. Clear? Now, the fifth spelling is worried. And the spelling of worried is WORRID. WORRID, worried. Then the next spelling is continue. That is CONTINUE. CONTINUE. Then the next spelling is column. 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 And the last spelling is panic. That is PANIC, panic. So with this, we have finished our language structure exercise B. And I'm sure all of you will learn these spellings by heart. Children, this is an homework. अभी आप learn कर लोगे, तो whenever you come across these words and you'll write, always read and write them correctly. Clear? So today's homework, please learn these 8 spellings by heart. So children, that's all for today. Learn and revise all the taught exercises of lesson 6, and I'll be continuing with the remaining exercise in my next video. Thank you, students. Good day ahead.